Alright, we asked for you guys' help the 12th of last month. Remember when I told you guys, I said we got a two-headed devil that's running around the complex. Two-headed devil. We got rid of one. That was when I asked you guys to be there, I think it was the 24th of last month when we voted to let Will go as a TA. I mean, what he done to you guys here and y'all's kids and grandkids is just really unacceptable. And if it was up to me, I would ban that man from the tribe, because there ain't no telling how much millions he stole. Living in a $250,000 or $300,000 home.
How much does he make a year?
I think he was making $50,000, $60,000 a year.
He was making 80.
80.
Plus he had a new car to drive and traveled and, yeah.
New Jeep.
So the guy that had that house before him was this white guy. His name was Jake Sharp. He was
His friend.
the contractor. See what they have done? I'll just explain it, because I see some of you guys that I haven't seen before. And I've seen some of you guys here that I've seen before, so I'll try to explain it. How they did this. They had Asa Talkany. He was the purchasing procurement person. He was in charge of the contracts. Then you had Will. He was the tribal administrator. All right. Comanche preference. They had to have a Comanche. What they call it in the white man's world, a token Indian. In other words, they would give it to, I can't think of his darn name now.
Eichner.
Charles Lance Eichner was the token Indian. Well, since no one could see the bids, well, no one knew who bidded on them. The only ones that knew about it was Will and Asa Talkany. So naturally, Eichner would get the contract. As soon as he got the contract, well, he would just subcontract down to Jake Sharp. So that's how they're getting all these contracts. That's how they're all driving brand new Dodge pickups. And see, they're in with this Chrysler place down here across from the casino. So they're just getting deals on cars. And even today, Owen's wife was driving a brand new vehicle. I don't know what kind it is, but I heard it's a Dodge. So that's where they're getting all their money at. Plus, they got a smoke shop down here on East Gore. Jake Sharp has the smoke license there, issued to him by the Comanche tribe. I tried my best 6 or 7 years ago not to give him an issue of a license. The CBC that I was with at that time, oh yeah, Clyde, we'll vote no, because it was a bad deal. But they went ahead, and I was the only one voted no, not to issue him the license. So now he's got the license for that smoke shop. This past and how he got that was illegal, because these girls, let me think now. Some of you guys, do y'all remember, oh heck, that Kirchie girl, Margaret Kirchie?
Yes.
Y'all remember Margaret Kirchie? Anyway, she has 2 daughters and a son, I think. And they owned that land after the mom passed away. Well, she owned that land right there, right around that smoke shop area. And what happened? Well, these 2 girls, well, one girl was in California in prison, and this other girl was in prison somewhere else. I can't remember exactly where. But what they did was force them girls' name on this application. They forced their names on the application for it to go through. And then now the lady that owns this smoke shop now is Lorraine Bowman, and she don't want them on that. She don't want them on that property of hers, because it's hers now. But the tax commission won't accept what she says because the CFR court extended their license for 5 more years, even though the owner don't want them on there. The owner don't want them on there. What's that lawyer, that judge's name up there? Lujan. Lujan is the one who said, gave him the extension for 5 more years. Now Lorraine has a letter from some judge up there that says Lujan overstepped his boundaries. He shouldn't have told a tribal member that owns her own land that she can't lease it to somebody. So that they're in court over that. So see, he's getting money there, and then he's getting money from these token Indian contracts. And you think Will is living in a $250,000 home just because someone felt sorry for him and just gave it to him? See, it's a sad situation, and like I said, they're not hurting just me. They're hurting everybody here that's sitting right here. The 16,000 members that is on that Comanche Road. That's who they're hurting. Now last year we was in a hole about right at 15 million. A little over 15 million. That's enough. 15 million is enough for everybody here and our elders, for Cap and the elders. Now we don't know what we're short this year, but it's pretty close to it. You guys remember when Bob Tipcon was the Secretary Treasurer? Well, he had a rainy day fund. He put it aside where it would draw interest, and it matured just this last in the past 3-4 months. $10 million is what it was. 10 million. That's not counting the 50 million that we get for all our programs. It's not counting that 50 million. This is 10 million extra. That should have just stayed in there. They should have reinvested it. But no, they didn't. They used that to pay bills or pay the contractors, whatever. We don't know for sure exactly what happened because we don't have the audit back from that this year yet. So see, it's adding up. It's adding up. People think it's our fault that everything stopped.
No, I don't.
It's not our fault. I'll let Susan explain that. But another thing, what I want to say too. December the 11th, we have our Elders Day payment. Now the very next day after that is the 12th, and that's when they're having Susan and myself recalled. They're going to have a recall on us. Now, it's going to be early in the morning, 8:30 or 9 o'clock, but we're hoping that you guys will turn out to support
It doesn't
us.
start till 10. The door's opening at 8.
The door's open
It's supposed
at
to
8.
start till 10.
And it's supposed to start right at 10.
And we're hoping you guys will tell your grandkids and husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, come support us. Because if you don't, if they get us out, we're going to go right back to the same spot we was 4 or 5 months ago. Same spot. And I guarantee you,
They'll bring Willie back.
That don't mean Willie will get back in there.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
it does.
it does?
He'll be in there within a week if we're
I
gone.
thought the people voted him out.
That doesn't matter.
matter.
Do you think Mr. Coffey listens to anything the people wants? That should be
No.
evident to everyone in
Yeah.
here. He doesn't care about our opinion. I mean, in our recall, he skipped step 2. He went straight on to call the recall. Clyde and the CBC, we've never even had the recall put in front of us as it's supposed to be done according to the
Well,
resolutions
they never
here.
done anything like they're supposed to.
No, and that's what I just said,
Yeah.
though. That's the
But-
point I was making. He's not
well,
gonna care
There's never
about.
been a vote on it.
Should have been, but it went
Yeah.
straight, it was approved the 23rd, and on the 24th, the ad for our recall was in the paper, the very next day.
Well, it's illegal then.
It should be, yeah, it should
It's
be.
very illegal.
It should be, but he'll proceed right on. I mean, if we boycott it and Clyde and I didn't show up, they'll proceed right on. They're not gonna care about that, whether it's legal or illegal. In fact, we intend to go file something, hopefully tomorrow, to at least put a dark cloud over this issue. But, you know, we're not gonna hold our breath and expect the court to do anything to support us, yes?
Yeah, on this falsifying land documents, they did the same thing to me. I turned it over to the BIA, investigating people. They got the people. They had falsified my name on land documents, and one of your people that signed it was your tribal chairman. Now,
Yeah, you did it to me too.
I wasn't born
I
yesterday.
got 3 trailers on our property.
Yeah, and see
The
that
squatters,
property
and
down
we'll put
there
them trailers on there.
is valuable property.
Can't get them to leave.
And like I said, there's greed is taking over,
They just do what they want.
you know.
Yeah.
I have sense enough to go check the property out and see if it's legal.
I'm just throwing that in there as info.
You know, we had enough Comanches that would stand
We're just gonna.
together and even block the doorway. I mean, let's get back to the old times when we had to show force. I mean, get in there and block the doorways, block whatever. I mean, the people have to speak or it's not gonna stop.
Yes, you're
He's
exactly
running
right.
amok, and unless all of us stand together, and it's
Yes.
gonna take all of us to
Yes,
let him know this is what the people want,
yes.
then it ain't gonna happen.
Well, you have to realize how much work Clyde and I have done. It may not appear to be a lot to you guys, but believe it or not, we've worked very hard to bring these things out. I've run against opposition at every corner. Wallace has done his best to keep me out of everything. I don't even call Finley and Cook anymore because everything I request is sent right back to Mr. Coffey, telling him what I'm requesting. So what's the point of even asking anymore? I'm totally, absolutely relying on the forensic audit. Worked really hard to get all of this out. We'll have the bids in tomorrow by 4 o'clock. God willing, this will all go down, and I'm going to present it all Saturday at the CBC meeting. After talking with these people that know about forensic audits, it's imperative that we do this. It's imperative that we do this. We cannot afford to not have this done because it's just been run improperly for so long, and money has been spent in so many wrong directions, and our money's not accounted for, that we have to have some kind of accountability, and this forensic audit will help do that. And then also I would like to see, after we do this one up at the complex, I really believe, after talking to these forensic audit specialty people, we need to do this to our casino. We need a forensic audit on our casino and our tax commission.
My daughter, the first casino we had, that trailer, double wide trailer in Ranelette, her and the general manager ran it. 20 years old. They raised $1 million in 1 year's time to build that one in Ranelette. That was just a double wide trailer. Now we got all these big hog leg casinos and don't see no money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what one
I told her she
person.
should have came with me. She should have stayed in there because
I'll tell you, how many of you guys are satisfied with your per cap? 1,000 what? $100,
it's a
whatever
joke.
it is.
It's a
Well, you
joke.
know, it ought to be more than
You ought to get that
that.
a month.
Well, and that's something Clyde and I want to work toward too. We want to pursue getting that 60% per cap that the people voted on, how many years ago? Three, whatever, 5 years.
Quite a while.
That needs to be taken care of. You ought to understand, we can't take care of our money. I mean, we've got 24 years of history that I'm aware of. We can't take care of our money. So I would much rather see it go to the people than to see it squandered like it's been done. It's
Selected
not
few.
fair. Yeah, well, it's squandered. I mean, when they can go to Las Vegas and spend $5,500 on one meal
Right.
and $2,200
Like they're
for a
paying
bottle
for
of
it, but we're
wine,
paying for it. We should be getting that.
yes.
You know, when I got my introduction speech this year, last year in July, one of the things I said I was going to do or try to do was bring in that 60%.
Yes.
Because in 2010, we got a letter, Burgess was the chairman then, and we put in for that 60%. We got a letter from Washington D.C., they turned us down. That was 2010. Now this is 2015, but they listed 5 things that we need to answer. So I'm going to bring up a resolution that we pass that resolution to answer them 5 questions and resubmit it for that 60%. Because, just what she said, if we don't do that, we don't know where the heck that money's going. That's just like when a group first hit me up in 2004 to run for a committee person. Everybody was mad because they didn't get their per cap in 2004. Remember, we were supposed to have got per cap in 2004, but nobody pushed it. Nobody pushed it. So we got $50 million for our programs and everything this year. How much do you think we was getting back in 2004? At least $40 million. So where the hell did that $40 million go? See, that's what I mean. I want per cap for everybody, and I want the 60% for everybody. That way, we know where the hell that money's going. To the people, not to just I don't know where the hell it's
Travel
going.
and cars and
Well, it's all
whatever else they
wonderful.
decide to spend it on. But, you know, that's one thing too, we're being blamed in our charges against Clyde and I for causing chaos when we remove the TA.
Whatever.
Well, that's what we're being charged with and stuff, and causing a hardship on the tribe. Well, we've had a TA in there now for 3 weeks, and the hardship's still there. He still can't help very many people, and that's because there's still no money. That didn't change anything. That was just a ploy, a political ploy to make us look bad because there is no money. There really isn't. We are so far in debt. We're getting there. That acting TA is doing his best to help and correct stuff, and he said we have to pay those bills. We can't just not pay our debt. We owe these people, these vendors, money, and we cannot pay our debt. But we also still have a very expensive, high-dollar payroll up there. Our payroll is still well over $1 million.
Well, they was like that before you come in there.
Yes,
You know,
I've
they
been here
couldn't even-
5 months.
Yeah,
and
they couldn't even they didn't have postage or anything.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Toilet
Yeah.
paper,
No,
it's
right.
ridiculous. They was done before y'all got there.
They didn't even have money to buy toilet paper for the
That's what I'm
restroom
saying.
or paper towels.
Or stamps to send
Nothing,
out,
you know.
postage.
Yeah.
But who was living high on the hog? You know,
Why aren't they abolishing jobs?
the what now?
Why aren't they abolishing jobs?
It's being assessed.
Well,
Oh, is
It is, that they're
the
taking
way I
your
look at
time.
it, my idea was don't lay anybody off for Thanksgiving and Christmas, because that's the holidays. Who wants, you know, it'd be hard on somebody to get laid off during them 2 months or this month.
Yeah, but the same
So,
sense is, Clyde.
I think we need to
People
look
are
in
getting
on
help
that
for those
starting in
holidays.
January though. Everybody, every job organization, they run into hard times. First thing they do is have a reduction in force. At Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where I've spent 34 years out there, about every 5 years we would have to have a reduction in force. But here, you know, the reason a lot of these guys get hired is for their votes.
Yeah.
They see a big family that, well, hey, they're going to hire their daughter or their son. Well, and ask them, hey, Grandpa, you need to vote for so-and-so when he runs again for TA. That's all it is, just
Job
money.
security,
It's
I
job, it ain't job security, it's just
Well,
vote
they're afraid
security.
to lose their job, so they want everybody to.
Yeah, it's vote security,
They
that's all it
don't
is.
vote.
And
They're scared
they
to
think
show
that
up.
we can't see through that, but I seen through it before I even got elected.
What are the bill of particulars against you guys? Because they've never been posted anywhere.
No, I don't know. Do you have your bill of particulars?
Were they
No.
ever presented to you guys? I mean, how do we know that they're not just adding as they go?
It doesn't matter, Tanisha. They're going to do what they want to do at this point. I mean, it's going to go down. I don't care if, you know, I mean, they can't say that I'm driving a vehicle. They can't say that I'm partying it up in Las Vegas. They can't say those things about me. I don't have a tribal vehicle, I don't get tribal gas, I don't have a tribal credit card. So what they're alleging me of is just causing chaos because we let the TA go, causing hardship on the tribe. Those were the things I noticed. I think there's 4 charges.
Harry Montclose and myself and Susan, we never did have a travel vehicle or a gas card. Every CBC has a key, a gas key they call it. I never have seen it because I never have used it. But I did find out last month that one of our workers out there, Asa Cothren, he had my key. He had my gas key. It charged over 3,800 something gallons. And that was one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons he's not there no more. So I've been here serving you guys for 7 years now, and I never have even used smell of a gallon of gas that the tribe owns. I never have put in for 1 mile of mileage. I do that on my own, just like this girl here does herself. So and just like right now, I just found out yesterday that our chairman's daughter hired a lawyer, Robert Prince, paid him $2,500. For what purpose, I don't know. But $2,500 went to Robert Prince for, I don't know what for. Can't say, because I don't know.
And the tribe paid
A
it.
rodeo.
Yeah, tribe paid it.
Where'd they get the money?
Well, this wasn't here the past 3 or 4 months. This was about 6 months or 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh.
See,
Yeah, this is, it hasn't been paid, but these are all requests that would have gone through had we have not clamped down on the money like we did. There's a request laying somewhere for $1,500 for, what's her name, Susan Parker,
yep.
the lady that took the recall out on us.
Yeah.
She's requesting $1,500. So,
Pay off for doing it. Our chairman, he gets women to do his work for him.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it boils down to.
She told my sister that when she brought that petition to them, that we're trying to save the chairman.
well, that's true. They were all in his office today. Sonia Nevaqualia was in there, and his secretaries, he's got those 5 secretaries. You know, Siva, and I know she's related to probably somebody, but I'm not making it up, it's the truth. Siva and Jana and Ashley and Lindsay,
Donna?
Wani, and what's her name, our Sonia, were all in Wallace's office this afternoon with the door shut. So I guess they're concerned about our meeting tonight, or concerned about what we're trying to do, but
Hold on. I'm sure there's someone in here
There's
that's
somebody in here that's gonna vote.
There's someone right in here right now, I guarantee you. I'll bet my elder payment on it. There's someone right in here right now, before we leave here, they can already see it.
Is it
I bet my elder payment.
well, it will be when we
Turn around, Eleanor, get everybody. Well, the employees aren't gonna get Christmas bonuses, are they? Because they get them every year.
If they are, it's not known to us. But, you know,
Some
like,
said they aren't getting bonuses.
Oh, they're not, well,
there's no money to be given. You know, they're lucky to have their jobs. They are, at this point, they are.
They were having potluck for Thanksgiving too. They all brought their own potluck instead of feeding in the
Oh, they
gym,
did?
like they usually do.
talk about potluck, I just inquired Debbie just when we first got here, how we're coming along on our December the 7th elder meeting dinner. Have anybody donated this or donated that, you know? So, I donated a turkey, so.
And I
They just want to
donated
know,
the cookies.
she just want to know if I can bring it too. I said, no. It's still going to be cold when I bring it to you. You have to cook it yourself. But anyway, since I'm one of the elders, the elder council's liaison between the CBC, I hope everybody shows up for the dinner, the 7th. 7th of December.
They asking to bring a side dish, aren't you? A side dish or something, Debbie said,
Yes.
yeah.
We're gonna have a good time, no matter what, you know, as we all.
Yeah.
get along, we get something done anyway.
That's on the
On the
But we're gonna have Christmas carols and the Christmas story. Sandra Carty is going to do the Christmas story in Comanche. So you'll have to come out and hear that. We're gonna have Christmas carols.
And before I forget now, Eleanor's here, she has a petition. We don't need to get up and sign it now, but whatever, the people that want to sign her petition, she's got one on Wallace, Tashqua, Jonathan, and Sonia. So,
And Harry.
and Harry.
You got Tasha Claus, Eleanor? You get one on him?
I got a new one on
Okay.
Tasha Claus.
Yeah, nobody on the board.
Sign it.
They
Empty
squashed
chairs.
the other one.
Yeah, you could sit,
Yeah, skeleton.
and right now you could sit dolls in there, that's about as much as we got going on.
Vote to make that a good.
Save the tribe money, send us on
There you
home.
Clyde,
Yes,
Without
ma'am.
a
Saturday, can't
dictatorship.
y'all make to have that petition that Herrera did, a good petition? Y'all can vote to do that and call it.
No, we didn't.
Why don't you? Saturday, I'm saying
Oh,
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yes,
Well,
do it.
Well, hopefully Mr. Herrera will bring that up.
I mean, but if he doesn't, y'all still are at CBC, you still have the
Well, yeah.
authority to do that.
Yeah, that's true, we can, yeah, because it was never addressed. The chairman
Right.
got up and walked out of the meeting that day.
Yeah, because I was there and y'all were gonna bring it up
You know?
and then Jerry got upset because all the ladies came in that day.
Mhm.
Wallace was keeping them out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Well, I think Valiente's done his part. It's up to the CBC now, you know.
He's
to-
gotta push it though.
They
That's
said,
true.
they said it was null and void because it was turned
He
in too
has
late.
pushed it, and they
It's-
told him that he could not.
That's just the letter that we
That
got.
was her mistake though, she's gotta make
Yeah,
it right.
it was her
And it's up to the
mistake.
CBC to do so.
Y'all,
But I'm
y'all,
saying
y'all should vote to make
Valiente
that right
did try
because
to
she
bring
messed up.
Yeah,
She should have been fired.
Yes.
Yes.
incompetent.
yeah.
She's
Now, here's the
incompetent.
thing.
She can't count. She can't count up to 90 days. That's the problem.
Now, here's the thing, when Debbie says something about we could do something, the CBC can do this and do that. Only if 4 of us agree.
3.
Well, no, when you vote, say for instance, we voted, if we voted up the elder payment, and it's up to the CBC to vote on it. Well, if Susan voted yes, I voted yes, Jonathan voted yes, so there's 3. All right, then you got Sonia, she'll vote no. Then you got Harry, he'll vote no. Then you got Sonia, he'll vote no.
Jerry, you mean?
3 to 3. Who's left to vote the tie, to break the tie?
Wallace is the
That's the only
same.
time he gets
Allow
to vote.
discussion before the vote. That audience can change, they can
Yeah.
sway Harry and Sonia. We can scare them because, I mean,
I hope so. I hope so.
And I honestly think Harry would vote with y'all if he was pressured to realize what was,
Or if he at least abstain.
yeah, like he did
If you're
last
not,
time.
yeah, if you're not gonna do anything, at
And
least
he'd probably
abstain.
do that, and then you still have to vote.
Yeah.
But you know it's gonna be Jerry and Wallace and Sonia no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
But we're asking you guys, if you would, to please come out and support us, because we can't do this by ourselves. We can't, I mean, I only have so many family members, and they will show up, they'll support their sister. They've been there and they'll do it again. But we have to have y'all's help. Clyde and I are busting our chops to try to save our tribe, and y'all have to help us. You've got to help us, because if I don't continue working, and I get really emotional, and I'm sorry I do that, but I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about it. That forensic audit is like my little baby. I've coddled it all this time, and I've got to see it through, because that's going to be our saving grace for our Comanche people. We're going to see where this money's gone. We're going to see who's taken it. And if it's the last thing I do, I want to see those people punished for that. It's gone on for too long. It's gone on for too long.
We need restitution from all of them too.
If that's possible,
That's it.
yes, ma'am. I would love to see that happen. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We've taken back the cars, and we're assessing how many cars we have. We had a car, after we put our new TA in, we had a missing vehicle from one of our programs. It was totally gone, a SUV missing. So,
What
yeah,
color was it? Was it black?
I don't know, did you take it?
I seen that EX pickup parked at the mall today about
Yeah.
2:20.
But, no, it was an SUV, but he put the police on there. But we've got to stick with that forensic audit. We've got to try to get our 60% per cap. And we also got to protect our kids' money, because we are broke. And if we leave these people in office, and I just have to hope and pray that, you know, the good Lord has seen us come this far. We're fighting,
Found the devil.
yeah,
Found
basically,
the
and
devil.
he's brought us this far, and I don't think he's gonna turn his back on us. I don't
No.
think he's brought us this far to drop us, I don't believe that.
No.
But, we've got to protect our kids' money, because if we don't have, and I told y'all before, I sit on that committee, I volunteer, I wholeheartedly put my hand up, and I wanted to be on that committee, and I'm watching that money, and I watch what we do with it. It's protected, there's safeguards in place. I've talked to the bank people about that, and they can't just go and get it, but there's always a way to get around anything. And
Well, they know
if
it
you'll
too.
be surprised, well, maybe you won't, but how much clout